Do you wish that was around when you were trying to make videos?
That's another reason why I started the podcast. There was no one in my area doing podcasts. So I was like, if no one's doing it, it's a matter of time till someone starts doing it. So I started doing it, and then the more content you create, like I started seeing like people hitting me up like, oh, you encouraged me to get started, or you encouraged me to start taking photos. And that's the thing that like blows my mind, because I feel like I'm barely on my journey too. Like I'm playing the long-term game. How you were talking about maybe you want to your son or your future generations could see your progress. That's how I'm looking at it. Like just play the long-term game. And I'm pretty sure you follow Gary Vee, right?
Yeah.
So Gary Vee talks about what if you could see like the vlogs of like Jeff Bezos when he was starting off with Amazon in the 90s and stuff. So you never know what this is gonna turn out in like 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always really cool. Just to kind of like fill you guys in, before we press record, I was talking about why I actually do vlogs or why I do videos, and I told him it's all for my son or my daughter, to be able to show my kids, because it's that digital footprint. Like in the future, my kids are gonna search up my brother's name, and then all his videos and all the news articles, all the stuff is gonna pop up, and they're gonna say, "Whoa, he did all this stuff."
Yeah.
And then when they search up my name, it's gonna be like, "Oh, you didn't do anything," or how were you when you were younger? Kind of all those things that we're curious about, like with our parents. It's like, so were you like the same type of person, or did you change?
Even like you're saying, your parents, like I look at their photos when they were young, and I always wonder like what kind of stories or adventures they were going in, because they tell us stories, but they don't really go that into detail. Or they have like 40 years of stories, and we only know like a few of their stories. So it's super cool. Like you never know for future generations, and possibilities. Like if you just stay consistent with it, like over time, you're gonna start making money. You're gonna start getting different collaborations and just growing your own platforms, and you could be getting paid to do fun things that maybe whatever job you're doing might not be something you're passionate about. The same thing once you start seeing a return, because I finally started getting money from YouTube this year. So I'm not making a lot of money. It's like it's barely anything, but at least it's something, and I know that it has potential to do a lot. So yeah.
May I ask the hard question and ask how much that is?
Okay, so I'll just tell you straight up.
If you want to.
January was the first month, because I finally got to 1,000 subscribers in January. So I think I made $150, because one of my Coachella breakdown videos got like 40,000 views, like just because of the Coachella stuff. So now I made like around 150. In February, I only made $29. In March, I made $99. In March, I challenged myself to make 30 videos in 30 days. I only made 29, so I mean, I still did a lot, but 29 videos. And then April was my best month ever, just because of Coachella. Like I said, I was making Coachella videos when it wasn't trending. So once April hit, that month I made like $900.
Wow.
$900. And then this month, we're still in the process. So this month I'm not making that much, but I think it's around like $30 or $40 right now, with like 6 days left.
To me, that sounds like a lot. Like, cause I'm not making anything off these.
Yeah.
It's just all just pouring into it and like hoping for that day. So another thing I said before this was like, this is I feel like I'm like 2 years or 3 years behind you. I think it was even too far-fetched for me to say a year behind you. But it's just cool to be able to see that like it is possible.
No,
YouTube being right there, and
and